We are the Long Island Tea, where we spill the tea.
It's true. We're from Long Island, so we say, how you doing? How you doing?
I don't.
We're in the middle of the vines.
Yes.
Because it's Memorial Weekend. So
It's
there's
kickoff. We're here. It's summertime. Long Island wine of the week.
I'm thankful for our hot teas.
Yes. That's like such a Long Island thing.
We're just talking about real life.
Right.
That's what we do. Okay, we're back. I know. This is a really interesting show. We're back for the tea, Long Island Tea, where we spill the tea on living your best Long Island life. I am Kristen.
And I am Sharon, and we're back at it again.
Well, we have a very fancy new machine, which Alyssa is playing with, which looks like it should run like the Tonight Show.
I love it. I love it.
It's kind of crazy, but we didn't have our intro music, so I'm all thrown off.
She was playing all kinds of intros.
She kept playing
and
weird
like,
intros,
no.
and like, I'll fade out, and I'm like, I don't even know when do I start?
Right.
I don't know. I'm like such a creature of habit. Like if anything is out of the norm, I'm like, I can't.
And the best part is only you and I hear that intro music.
No one
Nobody
else hears it. But then if we don't have it, then it's like, boom, we're off.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, so I guess we're gonna just be off. But so
Well, 'tis the week.
yes, and it's just us today, which is
Mm-hmm.
we've had so many amazing guests for the last 3 episodes because it was Wellness Month, but that's clearly over.
That's clearly over.
Wellness Month is over, and I can feel that.
Yeah.
So now it's just us, and I'm kind of glad because I missed you and I had to talk to you about so much stuff. So we'll start by saying, how you doing?
How you doing?
Yeah.
Good.
Are you?
Yeah,
Oh,
sure.
good.
Right?
Oh, it's Groundhog
Listen,
Day.
it's Groundhog Day. One
Literally
of them
and
saw the shadow.
figuratively.
The other
Yeah,
one
I was just
didn't.
asking Alyssa because I thought I saw in the news that Puxatawny Phil was canceled because it was going to be cloudy and stormy. So
Well-
they canceled it.
Okay.
But Alyssa says no because she actually watched it with her kids and her kids cried.
But why would they cancel it if it's going to be cloudy? That's
Because
like
there's no shadow. Right? If it's a storm.
yeah, but he's going to see a shadow in the. Okay.
I don't know.
That's
I'm
weird.
not where's Jeff? Weather Jeff.
Weather Jeff.
Because I don't know how this stuff works. But I'm like, also, I didn't realize. But he did, apparently, according to Alyssa, Puxatawny Phil
Yeah.
saw his shadow, which means 6 more weeks of winter, which, I mean, obs, because winter didn't even come.
Yeah.
I mean,
exactly.
I feel bad saying that because, like, half
Well,
the country's under
severe cold weather.
severe winter
It's
weather.
wild. The
But
weather
here,
we're
I'm
getting
like,
this weekend.
Sharon and I are sweating.
Sweating.
We're so hot. It's like
Sweaty.
it's crazy. I'm like,
I can't.
Somebody turn the fan on.
Open the windows.
Open the windows. We're dying.
We're dying in here.
Like
I can't even.
Where I need 10 inches of snow stat.
Stat.
Where's that damn groundhog?
Ugh.
Show us your shadow. Because then there's 2 Long Island groundhogs that are famous.
Yeah. So Malvern Mal,
Yeah.
And-
Holbrook Hal.
Holtzville.
Holtzville Hal.
Yeah.
And of course, one saw a shadow, one didn't. So
Right.
they just cancel each other out and we go back to Puxatawny Phil.
Yeah. Yeah. But he's the most.
Yeah, he's the most notorious.
Yeah.
Like legit.
Yeah. Legit.
Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't know who these are. And then there's a New Jersey one. I'm like, who are all these groundhogs?
Right.
So funny story. I was listening to, you got to listen to our other favorite podcast that we like to listen to called You Can Sip With Us.
Yes.
I was literally laughing out loud in the
I
car
always
this
do
morning.
with them.
And sometimes I go off and on because
Yeah.
they go on these tangents. But today she was telling the story. You got to listen to it.
gonna.
You Can Sip With Us. And, there's one of them lives in, they're best friends. One lives in Portland,
yeah.
Oregon.
Yep.
And one lives in Arizona. And the girl in Portland was talking about they have a cabin and she thinks they brought home there was a rodent in her house. She thought it was a rodent. And then she's like, she thought it was like a squirrel or a
Okay.
chipmunk.
Okay.
And it was the whole episode. And she was telling her friend about it, squirrel and chipmunk. And she had to call her husband to come back. And they think they brought it back from their cabin because they don't have chipmunks in their area. But then she's read all these articles that if you find a squirrel or a chipmunk in your house, you can even capture it and drive it away and it'll find its way back because it thinks where it's not sorry, and so she's talking about they were debating do you kill the chipmunk or not or the squirrel, and so then she's like they had all these traps and then they did it wrong, so then she's like her husband's there trying to do it and she's been anxious all day because there's stuff running around their house, and then she in the middle of the podcast 30 minutes and she's like, oh my god, here he comes, and then she's like, He caught it. He caught it, not in the trap, but he made a makeshift like Amazon box, and he caught it, and he's going to drive it 10 miles away to a park. It was a chipmunk.
Yeah.
And then she's like, he says he's not going to kill it. And then he says, if it finds its way back, then it just deserves to live there. It's a pet. Like,
It's their house pet.
And,
it's like Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Right.
That's how they all
It's cute,
started.
right?
Yeah.
Right. And so, so then she's like, okay, I feel so relieved finally. And then like, while he's then like 10 minutes later, she's like, what? Oh my God. It escaped. It escaped the box when he was out there telling her about it. It like, now it's free again.
Oh
it's
my
in
God.
the house.
Going through
She's
the
like,
house.
it's escaped. So,
Brianna has a huge story about this herself. She was hearing mice in her wall.
Yeah.
And she's trying to she didn't want to kill it. She didn't want to get the mouse traps that like snap and break
which
their
kill them.
necks. Kill
Okay,
them.
sure.
So she Googles where to get a humane mouse trap.
Mm-hmm.
She puts peanut butter in it. She gets it, traps it, and its tail is hanging out. So she's like, I think she wants to kill it.
yeah.
Anyway, she feels so bad. So then she gets she hears them again, and she's like, because they'll normally travel in two.
Mm-hmm.
And
like travel in two. They travel in a dozen.
Right, exactly.
Somebody tell Brianna,
So
where there's one, there's 12.
Right. So she gets another trap, and she was like, I felt so bad for the first one. So she gets the mouse, she puts it in her car, drives it a mile down the road to the woods, and she lets it out, and it wouldn't escape the box. So she has to shake it. Finally drops. She's like, if that thing finds its way back to my house, it's terrible, these rodents.
Oh my God. So I wasn't going to tell you the story, and Thomas is going to be so mad that I'm telling the story. But this is a true story. This is recent.
Okay.
So little Thomas has this ball, and he's obsessed with it. And for a while we put it on the shelf, and then we took it down from the shelf because he squeaks.
Yeah. Oh,
so
so
we
annoying.
put it away.
Yeah.
But he's literally he'll stand at the top of the stairs and then let it go, and it bounces down the stairs, and then he runs down and grabs it. He plays with himself.
So cute.
And I know we're bad pet owners. We're like, play with yourself. Throw the ball.
Yeah.
And then so we were hiding it from him, and so then he was looking behind our couch, in between our couch and the wall, and he's growling, and we're like, your ball is not behind the couch. What is your deal? Calm down.
Yeah.
And we're like, you're so dumb. And then after a while, I'm like, that's weird. He's going after. So we pull the couch back, and then there's little pieces of the dog food. The dog food comes in big pieces and little pieces. Clearly, there's a stash.
Oh no.
Of dog food.
Yes.
Way back in the couch where the dogs can't get there. So
Yeah.
I'm like, there's mice living there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, they're in the couch. I'm like, there's
That explains why your coffee was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, there's literally the secret of Nim living in my couch. Mrs. What's her name? Mrs. Whatever? Chris. Miss what?
Frisbee.
Mrs.
Frisbee.
Frisbee.
Oh my
I'm like,
God.
Mrs. Frisbee, we've got to move the village. They're onto us with the dog food. I love that movie, The Secret of
God,
Nim.
that's
Do you
so
ever?
funny.
Do you know what I'm talking about? You got to watch The Secret of Nim with your kids. It's very dramatic about mice, and she has to go to the owl and get the wise owl's wisdom. I love this movie. I'm like, this is literally what's happening in my living room.
Oh my God.
As we speak. So we have mice traps set back there, and Thomas is like a yardstick to get it back and forth. And every now and then I'll be like, what's the situation with it? He goes, no, you're on a need to know basis.
Yeah, yep,
you don't need to know.
Yeah.
Don't ask. I'm like, cool. I like
So
this. I
little
like this.
Thomas was looking for his food.
No,
he smelled it, or he knew.
He was
telling
going.
you.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's
Oh,
not
he's so
dumb.
smart.
We're dumb. No, he's not the dumb one.
Turns out
He's the smart one that found out a way to play with his ball himself, and is telling us that there's the secret of Nim Village behind our
Jerks,
couch.
look at you.
Hello. As we're just sitting around the couch.
Oh, man.
Anyway, so I'm not supposed to tell the fact that we have, probably a rodent problem too. But
no, everybody does this time of year.
right.
It's cold.
It's cold.
They're coming in.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so I feel better. Okay. So I was also going to tell you, I just went to lunch at my favorite place, Siempre Vivolo. I think I always pronounce that wrong. Is it Vivolo?
I always say
Siempre
Vivolo.
Me too.
Yeah.
Packed.
Yeah, always. It's Thursday.
Packed. Oh, it's Thursday, right? And I didn't have a reservation. But we got you. Just 1 second. We'll clear a table.
Oh, I love
and
it.
so I'm sitting there, and as I was waiting for my lunch companion, I'm just listening to all the New York accents around, and they're like, "Hey, you're going to raise your price, but I can't raise my price. That's how it's going to be." They're like, "No." I mean, it was hilarious, and I loved it. I just love that place. I hadn't been there all year yet.
Oh.
It's been a long time
Yeah.
since, because I was going too often.
Yeah, you were
so I had to cut it down. Also, what was I going to tell you? Oh, you want to hear another funny story? as we're talking about how you're doing. It's been a week, Sharon.
I know it.
I haven't told you this.
Uh-oh.
By the way, just on a side note, when I came in this morning and you weren't here, I'm like, this is not acceptable.
It's not your day, bro.
This is not acceptable. And you can't not be here.
Yeah.
When I'm here
Yeah,
again. Like,
I
I know you're going on vacation and stuff, taking your days. I'm telling you for the record, if you ever leave, and Hot Tea should just know that I also leave. Just start that clock. Just like,
oh my God,
I'm
that's
out.
so funny.
I can't be here without you.
I know.
No,
So
I'm just like
cute.
legit. I was like, I had so many things to tell you, and you weren't here. And I'm like, I'm just gonna go in my office and sit. I'm just gonna go in my office and sit and wait till Sharon gets here.
Oh my God, I'm gonna turn my computer on.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know what to do. So here's a funny story. I'm always talking about people that walk in the dark, right?
Yeah,
in the morning
yeah.
at the bus.
Yeah.
And how scary it is. And I walk into the bus every day because it's scary and it's dark.
And your roads are very windy and
yeah, and this woodsy, and there's no sidewalks.
Right.
There's like a shoulder that's the size of a
it's
foot.
supposed to be
And it was snowing. It was a little snowy.
Right,
Like just enough to barely like on the sides of the road where you could see footprints and stuff. It was like pretty. So we're sitting there. I walk her to the bus, and it's a 2-lane road, right? And so the buses have these cameras now. So when the sign comes out on Long Island, if you pass the sign, then you get a ticket.
Yeah.
And a big one. And rightly so.
Yes.
Rightly so, because the people that do that, it's a no for me.
Right.
Because kids you don't see
you
what's
don't see
happening.
them how many times?
Right.
Yeah.
And so I walked Tegan on the bus, and the bus is going like, I have to cross the street because I have to kind of walk the opposite direction for it to go forward. And when the sign comes out, I always then cross the street in front of the bus to get back on the other side to walk home because it's pitch black. And of course, I'm one of those people, I'm like solid black that I'm wearing.
Yeah.
I'm not wearing a reflector. I mean, whatever. It's first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
I have
you
my
just
little
throw your jacket on.
I have my little flashlight because I walk against traffic, and I can do my flashlight. So I cross the street, and then I'm walking like against traffic on the other side. And there was a big truck behind the bus with like the big lights up top. And as I'm walking like back, when the sign closed, the truck, which I'm sure didn't see me cross the street, and I like floors it to go around the bus.
Oh my God.
And so it came up behind me, and I didn't see it because I just didn't expect a truck to be coming the opposite direction. Damn near ran me over.
Oh my God.
Like the roar and like the breeze of the bus. Because I wasn't like totally over because there was no traffic coming.
Oh my God, that's so scary.
Tegan was like, saw the whole thing.
Yeah.
She's on the bus.
Looking out the window.
Yeah, I was right there. And it was like, roar, this huge truck. And she's like, oh my God, that was crazy. And she's like, I think the bus driver was even stunned because normally she like lays on her horn anytime someone comes. So she's like, everyone just froze. And
oh my God, that's so scary. That's how that happened when? Yesterday or today?
Tuesday?
Oh.
What's today? Thursday? Yeah, it happened Tuesday. No. What was yesterday? Maybe it happened yesterday. Yeah, yesterday.
Oh my God, horrible.
Yeah, yesterday morning. I was like, so I started my day almost getting hit by a freaking truck.
Yeah.
That just summarizes the week.
That summarizes everything. Exactly.
Read the horoscope.
There it is.
I was immediately
man.
like, what's my horoscope say? Because,
Yeah, that's
But
so
also,
scary.
I lived. So puts everything in perspective.
It does.
You know what I mean? I'm like, at the end of the day, you're like, didn't get hit by a giant truck.
Taking my daughter to the bus. Like, that's what's so, I can't stand it.
Pitch darkness. Thomas is like, what did the truck look like? Blah, blah. I'm
You
like,
want to look for it?
I don't
love
know.
It. That
Yeah, also,
sounds-
don't go look for that truck.
I love it.
Any of those trucks that has the lights on the top, it's just, you don't want to mess with
Look
those
at
people.
Thomas being a baddie.
I told Thomas, I'm like, you narrowly escaped me getting hit by a truck and being like, I would not be a pleasant person. If I was injured.
No.
He's like, I'd take care of you. I'm like, it wouldn't be fun. I wouldn't make it easy on you. I was like, you don't want to do that. Trust me. Yeah, that was crazy though.
That's so scary.
Yeah, and it can happen anytime.
Anytime to anyone.
Yeah, so it's just important to like keep everything in perspective. And then, by 8:30 last night, I was like, all right, back into everything.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
perspective again.
Yeah. Well,
I
mean-
can't. It's coming from every direction right
every
now.
direction. No matter which way you turn. And
Whatever.
you're like, whatever.
I'm like, you know what? Whatever. What are you going to do? So, we just do what we do here at Discover Long Island. And you want to hear something funny? After we finished with Elisa DiStefano last week, Ross Matthews called.
I know.
Because he's her bestie.
So cool.
He's like, for those that don't know, Ross Matthews is like a very popular comedian. And he's also the co-host of like Drew Barrymore's show.
Yeah. He was on Chelsea lately.
Yes,
forever.
I love
That's when I fell in love with
Chelsea
him.
lately. He's so funny, and now he's with Drew, and with her new show, he lives on Long Island, and he takes the LIRR.
Yeah.
To the city for the show, and so he like loves the LIRR, and so he called because he's coming to the Paramount. We're gonna do a whole thing with him. Michael's gonna do it on Instagram, so make sure you're following because he's coming to the Paramount in May with his own show called "I Got You, Girl."
I love it. I love it.
So cute, and he called me and he was like, "Kristen, I love Discover Long Island." He's like, "I love everything you guys are doing.
Cute.
I follow you. I do all the stuff that you tell me to do."
Oh my God, that's awesome.
He's like, "I do all of it."
Good.
I'm like,
See?
you just so made my day.
So cute.
Like Ross Matthews does our stuff. So that's how you know you should be doing our
Yeah.
stuff. Because no one's cuter than
just
him.
listen.
Yeah. So we're going to be, he might even come on the pod.
That would be awesome.
I know.
He would be funny.
He's so fun. Just honestly talking to him on the phone, energy level
Right up.
10.
Oh, that's awesome.
Crazy. Love him.
Elisa was awesome. I loved her.
was
She
so
was just
cute.
so cute and positive.
I know.
And like,
I know.
she's right. Put it into perspective.
I need to get some of her. She knows all the mediums. We need to get another medium in here.
I know. She's supposed to
Yeah. I'll call her.
get us hooked up with
Yeah.
someone.
Even the Long Island medium, she's really good friends with
Yeah,
Tracy
that's what I'm
Caputo, which
doing.
is awesome.
Yeah.
But she also knows a lot of mediums. You know, because I mean, Jeffrey Wands was amazing. She knows all of them.
Yeah. And you know who was really awesome?
I need one, like Stat. If you're a medium, call us. I need direction.
Right in. We need it. And you know what's so
Am I going
funny?
to get hit by a bus?
Am I going to survive?
I mean,
this
how many
year?
times do I say, don't get hit by a bus? And then I'm going to hit by
Oh
a
my
truck next
God.
to a bus.
Right.
Because of the bus.
And we used to say, like, if you get hit by a bus and you don't, and somebody corrected us and said, you should say, if you win the lottery.
Right. Speaking of the lottery.
I know, 700 million.
Sweet baby Jesus, please.
Dear Lord.
Please.
Sweet baby Jesus in your little nightgown.
I need this lottery so
God.
badly.
I know.
I need it. And then I would, you know what I would do? I would hire Catherine Canadeo as my coach. And she could also be my nutritionist. I just need someone, and chef.
Should be like living
Just
best
to make
friend.
me just like all low carb stuff that tastes good. Just fake cauliflower everything.
Did you see that? I don't know. It was like a stand-up comedian who's like, cauliflower really made their year. They were just like broccoli's old best friend, and then
Cauliflower was like sad. Now cauliflower is like everything. It's mashed potatoes. It's pizza.
it's rice.
Yeah,
It's
rice.
everything. It's
And I don't
unbelievable.
do that, but I would if you made it for me.
Oh, I don't make it like myself. I buy it frozen.
Oh, like Trader Joe's?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so good.
Yeah. I mean, I would do that, but Trader Joe's is like an extra stop, and I just can't.
Can't.
Yeah, it's too
Yeah,
much. But what else do I do with the lottery? I was thinking about something else I would do with the lottery. The other day, I was like, if I would hire, like, I think I would just be a cuckoo and hire a medium. Tell me what to do today. I want to be
Bring me a
stupid
crystal
rich
ball.
like that.
Yeah, I know.
Where I just spend money on stuff like.
I know.
I'm sure I would do good things too.
You would. You ever follow Mr. Beast?
Michael's like, maybe.
Mr. Beast is like an incredible YouTuber. He's like 20 something years old.
The top YouTuber.
Oh my God. And he's like, gives money out like anybody. Like he's
I think I've seen him.
but he does
Yeah.
like crazy
24.
tricks and, right?
Yeah. He does like a lot of challenges.
I wouldn't think you would be like Mr. Beast, but you would do
Me?
good things.
No, I would not be like just giving money away to people. No. Oh, so speaking of, we met this we had this great meeting today.
So except us, Kristen.
Except you. Now, you know what I would do for you guys? I would have like I would probably just buy Discover Long Island.
Yes.
I would just like run it, and then everybody would be like, we'd be a private organization.
Right.
And then B, I would have lavish parties.
Yes.
For sure. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, everybody here would be taken care of. We're family.
Yeah.
My own family, I don't know. We'll have to see, but like you guys for sure. Oh, like, did I say that out loud? Anywho, well, what was I just about to say? Oh, we met with this really great lady this week. Alyssa, you're going to keep me on time because I forgot to set a timer. We met with this great lady this week, and she runs this incredible foundation, the Gardner Foundation.
Yes.
After the Gardner family, right? Is it
Robert Gardner, yeah.
And they have this incredible heritage, and they do so much for history, preservation, and sustainability on Long Island. And we were talking about it, and I was at the end of our conversation, and she told us so many great things that she's doing. I was like, I feel like, we're the tourism. We're generating revenue. We're getting people to come and go to the businesses. And that's all we do is we do good things for Long Island that, we're just a good organization.
Yeah.
I'm like, we're the golden goose. We're the golden goose with the golden egg. And she goes, and I'm the fairy godmother.
It was
and
so
I was
natural.
Like, you are. She was so smart and beautiful and classy.
I know. I
and
loved
amazing.
her. I really am looking forward to working with her. I think it's just going to be incredible.
She's super inspirational. And then she told us about her grants that she does.
Yeah.
Oh my God, she has a scholarship. Chris, the Gardner Foundation has a scholarship program. I wanted to stab my eyes out yesterday. I'm not even kidding. I sent it like hate text to Kenzie, like it's her fault. But because we didn't know about it. They do this great program, and she's like, we have a hard time giving the scholarships away because not enough kids apply. And she tells the guidance counselors at the school, and they don't communicate it. It was a program for kids. They have to be a senior in Suffolk or Nassau County on Long Island, and they go to a 4-year degree, and they're studying either history or American government, which Kenzie is, political science. $10,000 a year for 4 years, $40,000. And she was like, it's hard to get applicants.
Like literally calling schools to say,
can anyone apply for this? And I'm like, Kenzie?
she's like, I'm just giving it.
I'm like, I told you to Google scholarships. Why didn't you do?
What's wrong with you?
That's $40,000.
Oh, you know
that would have been.
it.
So I tried to ask her. I was like, "What if you're like a freshman in college? Can you still?" She's like, "No." I'm like, "Cool, thanks."
Yeah.
Cool, nice.
No,
to
but
meet
she
you.
was like, I loved her. She was so brutally honest, but in such a classy way. And she's like, listen, I need your help to help get the word out for this. And it's incredible what they're doing.
She's got the coolest. We're gonna do some stuff.
Yeah.
You're gonna see it on our. We're gonna start promoting it on Discover Long Island. But she's got several museums where she has this patented innovation, which her organization funded. The Gardner Foundation started this. They funded the startup for this innovation, this technology, and it's an app that you can download. And we'll tell you more about it later on because we're going to go and do it and then show
Experience
you.
it, yeah.
But several different museums, including because it's Black History Month, right?
Right.
One of the museums is the Southampton African American Easton Museum.
Yeah.
And so you can take this app on your phone and put it in front of this museum, and historical characters come to life and tell you about the history.
They pop up and they tell you the whole story. And they said this one was formed after a slave, a 20-year-old slave, young lady, just telling her story and how she got away.
Yeah,
it's like,
and
it's
they
so
have
cool.
the Patriots, like the Spies and Three Village. It sounds so cool.
Teddy
We're gonna
Roosevelt.
get Teddy Roosevelt.
So
They're
amazing.
doing Teddy Roosevelt right now, and if you're a Teddy Roosevelt fan, you can like basically
call them
go
Ted heads.
Ted
I
heads.
love that.
I'm like, yeah. I mean, people are like history buffs.
Oh yeah,
and you can
like
go.
you said, they're fluent travelers.
Yeah.
They'll go.
Yeah. And it's so much more interesting to like put your phone up and have a cool historical character tell you a story than like read a plaque.
Yeah.
Look at a brochure.
Or listen to a guided tour in your ear. It's so much nicer to see the story come to life on your phone.
I'm super pumped about this.
Me too.
So when I was
can't
like,
wait.
I was like jazzed about our meeting. She was cool.
She was so cool.
So I'm excited. Whether we work with her, or not, we're going to promote those things because those things are cool. What else have we got going on? It's wine of the week. Let's talk about what we're drinking.
We are drinking RGNY Sauvignon Blanc 2020, but it's called
We debated this.
Cielo, New York.
Mm-hmm. We were debated if it was Cielo or Cello.
Yeah. But it's actually, like Alyssa said, it's probably like the Spanish.
Yeah, so it's Cielo, we
Cielo,
think.
yeah. It's so delicious. It's a pale yellow color with aromas of pear, grapefruit, and passion fruit with a fresh, crisp finish. And yes, it is fresh and crisp.
It is.
I love it.
Thank God, because we're sweating
Like
like bullets. Sharon and I are dying. I don't
This
even
fan
know
isn't cutting it.
I don't even know if a chilled red would be okay
I
today.
know.
We were like, ugh. Where's the Sauvignon Blanc? Right? We're both wearing like dense sweaters.
What the heck we're doing.
Because, by the way, it's like 20 degrees outside, but in here it's like 100.
I know, absolutely 85. I can't.
Okay, so it is Black History Month, and we have some really cool stuff going on. First of all, I think Long Island has so much great history that people don't know about, and so many great businesses and so much, culture around, Black-owned businesses and people. And so I think it's really, I've been pulling a bunch of articles that we do, not only the Southampton African American Museum, and we've done some really cool TikToks and
there's so many, right? Like, so not only Black history, but like Black-owned businesses we've been featuring a lot too, which is awesome.
Yeah, we actually have a grant right now. So last year we got so many of our great Black-owned businesses on this grant that we talked about the whole year.
I was just going to say, we loved talking about it all year long, because these types of businesses, some of the spa products, some of them are,
the
wine.
divine body products. That was the coffee scrub that is like still in my shower.
Scrub.
Oh my God, I love it. And then down the
rabbit hole.
Oh my
loved
God.
her. And she started this whole new thing. We talked about her a couple episodes ago.
Yeah.
With the pairing.
She is such a cool, she's such a savvy entrepreneur. And then we have a new business that we're talking about, these candles, the ones that we bought when I was at that women's.
Yes.
Oh my God. I bought the one that smelled like a Christmas tree. Oh, so we've got new businesses coming on that are Black-owned businesses, and we're going to be telling you about them throughout this month as well as all year long, because they're going to be partners of Discover Long Island. So we're really happy to welcome them. And if you are interested in the grant, just DM us. If you're a Black-owned business and you're a tourism business, DM us, because we want to welcome you and make sure that we know who you are, because we always like to extend our reach to all diverse businesses and all Long Island small businesses as well. So let us know. But I saw this article. I was trying not to put my glasses on, but I've got to. I thought this was so cool because, we did come off of Wellness Month. But this article was about this guy who created a movie, and it's his friend's death prompted this filmmaker's effort to start a new conversation. And I think this is so important. It's called Speak to Me, his movie. And the film will premiere at 6 p.m. on Thursday, February 16th at Sayville Cinemas. And you can get tickets. We'll put this in the notes. But he lost his friend, his artist friend, Kurt Damas, who was his close friend, to mental health. And it was so horrible that it made him realize that there's this, mental health is critical, especially in men, especially in Black men.
African American, yeah.
It's really crazy when you look at this.
I just heard that recently.
The co-director and producer, Trevor Jackson, 32, who also knew Damas's friend, Barry, died unexpectedly at 30. And the script highlights the value of using your circle, your ethos, your community to find someone to speak to when you're going through things. And he says a lot of times in the African American communities, you hold things in because there's a taboo around mental health or being soft, especially for Black men. So, they're holding it in. And he said men are more likely to die by suicide in the United States, although women are more likely to seek mental health care because we're like, somebody help us.
Right. Something's got to give here. Yeah.
We have friends. It's just more acceptable for women to talk to each other. So I thought this was so cool. So check out the film Speak to Me and support this effort. And also, if you're having thoughts of suicide, call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-8255. Please do that. And speaking of, we have a charity today that kind of I'm going to skip around for a second because where is our charity?
Yes,
Michael, your friend.
P.S. I love you. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, where is it? Because I want the. Okay, cool.
So P.S. I Love You Day it was founded by Long Island natives Brooke and Jamie De Palma, who took their tragedy. I'm sorry, I can't speak. Losing their father to suicide, and made a mission to help others, young people struggling in and out of schools across the country. Brings awareness to the importance of mental health to decrease bullying, and they strongly believe that by educating students earlier about mental health, the conversation will be easier to discuss, and students will be able to recognize when they or others around them need help. On the second Friday of every February, we encourage communities to wear purple in order to foster kindness and welcoming environment, educate others that mental health is just as important as physical health. P.S. I Love You Day is February 10th this year. So a lot of the schools around Long Island put this into, their spirit weeks and things like that. So they'll do P.S. I Love You Day, where they'll give students Post-its and just say, just leave it posted on the wall or someone's locker and just say,
nice.
P.S. I love you, and let them know that, love is there for them. And it's just...
It's good because
really
February
nice.
is like, Valentine's month too. And if you don't have a Valentine, it can be like, again, you feel like, oh, so lonely or whatever.
Yeah.
Even though you shouldn't. You should just enjoy your singlehood while you can. But I just think that, like, honestly, being single, there's pros and cons to everything. You know what I mean? So don't feel bad if you don't have a Valentine. You just enjoy that because it will come.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's
Yeah.
fine. One more thing about, so that's cool. I think that's really exciting that this filmmaker is doing something so important and raising awareness. And then we have charities that really talk to kids too. There was one more thing I pulled out of the paper, but Sharon, I ripped it.
Oh.
So I messed up the words. But there's just another one where the town of Babylon just named a courtroom for their first ever African-American woman to serve as county district judge. Her name was Tony Bean.
Oh, awesome.
And so, yeah, I think, it's a lot of people have done great things.
Yeah.
And now people are kind of finally starting to get the recognition they deserve. A lot of times because these awareness months, whatever they are, women or it just helps to put a spotlight.
It does. And
during that month.
We talked about it. It's like, earlier we were like, you should talk about it all the time. But there are specific months dedicated because of that reason to create awareness.
You need Valentine's Day to spotlight that you love somebody, to remind, you need Mother's Day sometimes just to spotlight month. So it just helped to just raise awareness during that month. But
exactly.
it's, we're excited to bring in all these new businesses and continue this conversation all year long. Hashtag Long Island Life real quick.
Yeah, ready.
And it's so funny because I was talking about this and then Angelica told me she did this. So did you hear that there was a comet discovered last year that's now visible over Long Island?
No.
Yeah. It says, the article from Newsday, our good friends, says, look up in the sky. It's not a bird. It's not a plane. It's a once-in-a-lifetime green comet that Long Islanders can view through the first week of February. Oh, it might be over by the time you hear this. But Angelica went to see it.
First time in 50,000 years you can see this comet.
Well, and I'm sorry we didn't tell you last week because you missed it. I know it. But Angelica didn't. She saw the article.
Wow,
so
that's
you got to read
awesome.
Newsday. This is what I got to tell you. Just read the paper. Don't rely on us.
Seriously.
We need fact checking and we're usually a week
Speaking of fact checking.
what did we do?
Last episode or 2 episodes ago, we talked about Dr. Park, and I was like, she's the first female surgeon.
And I was
plastic
like,
surgeon.
what?
You're like, what? She's the first female Korean facial plastic surgeon.
Oh, cool.
From Long
And I
Island.
think was it Korean or she was the first female facial plastic surgeon?
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
Korean, but just the first female facial
Here we go
plastic.
again.
She'll be like, girls, get it together.
February 3rd, so tomorrow's the best day of viewing.
Oh, but it's too late.
Too late for
Yeah, it's too late for you guys to view the comet, probably. But you never know. It could linger.
Yeah. Comets.
It's also cold. It's cold out there. So who's really doing that?
Right.
I mean, Angelica said she went out to Hamptons to see the comet.
Wow.
She went last night.
Why'd you go all the way to the
I
Hamptons?
think because the further out you go, then the less light. You get the night sky.
okay.
It's easier to see.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about that. Okay, Long Island Life. Let's talk about some events coming up because it's a Valentine's month. I'm super excited. We have Choco Vino with MTA Away and Long Island Aquarium. By the way, did you hear that Riverhead on Long Island was named one of the top destinations? Was it top 10?
Top 10.
By Forbes. Top 10 destinations by Forbes to visit in 2023.
I think that's incredible.
Yeah, Justine did an interview today on Newsday.
Yeah. One of our friends, our colleagues.
Right? Michael says I'm right.
Yeah.
It is the top. News 12. What'd I say?
I don't know. As long as you didn't say Newsday.
Oh, no. News 12. Oh, whatever. I might have said News. So News 12 was here interviewing Justine. But yeah, Riverhead.
That's
Long
awesome.
Island, one of the top
Gateway
10.
to the Hamptons and the North Fork.
And, we've had our former board chairman, Brian DeLuca, on, who runs the aquarium in Riverhead. Yeah. They have great hotels there. The Indigo, the Hyatt Place, the Preston House, which we love. It's so cute.
They're opening another one.
What?
Hallis Town or something like that.
Oh.
Yeah, it's their property.
And the main street there is so cute. They're doing a lot of renovation. It's also where Splish Splash. Well, it's technically Calverton, but it's right there.
Right,
I mean, you
right.
stay there, and the outlets.
Yeah, Tanger Outlets is out there.
And it's like the gateway to the Forks, like you said.
Yeah, and it's really a cute little downtown, like one of our favorites.
And so MTA is taking you. You can go down to the Long Island Aquarium and have some Choco Vino. I mean, everything you need.
Right, chocolate, wine, I love it. The aquarium, fantastic.
Yeah.
Speaking of MTA Way, they're doing all kinds of things. Valentine challenge with MTA Way and Harmony Vineyards.
Harmony Vineyards isn't my hood. It's in Stony Brook.
Yeah.
It's
so cute.
By
a lot of people don't
views.
realize that there are vineyards.
It's literally right there.
Yeah, and it's beautiful. Like I think there's Whisper Vineyards in Sayville. There's
but
Delvino in
Harmony
Northport.
Vineyards in Stony Brook, it's like on the water.
Down on the water.
It's gorgeous. It's not there. I think it's only one of two vineyards like on the water with water views.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's gorgeous, and it's right down. It's literally you walk from Stony Brook Village there. It's really cute.
Oh, I'm not even giving you the date. February 11th.
Oh yeah. Choco Vino was February 10th, by the way.
Yeah.
Sparkling Point, cupcake and wine pairing on February 11th.
Raynham Hall Museum, songs that brought us through, February 11th.
And Raynham Hall also has that what do they call it? I'm calling it the like the 3D, but it's called
AI.
It's AI, but she called it something tapestry.
Digital tapestry.
Digital tapestry.
That's one of the museums that are doing
Raynham
it.
Hall. Yeah, cool. So when you go there, we'll put the app that you can download in the notes if you go to Raynham Hall or Three Village or any of these places.
Yeah.
And
They
we'll
give
put
you I called it like a trail, but they give you all these locations, and
It's cool.
It's awesome. February 12th, Super Bowl buffet at Glen Cove Mansion. That's fun.
Okay.
And what's Como Brothers at LI Music Entertainment Hall of Fame on February 12th?
They're killing it. They've got live music there all the time at that brand new Long Island Music Entertainment Hall of Fame in Stony Brook. There's like live music and stuff every weekend. Entertainment, live music. I'm like, whoa. They've got like a whole gamut of entertainment there.
We need to go there. I mean, I know you went, but I think we should go.
I only went to the opening, and it was like wall-to-wall people. And, it wasn't like the experience. So we should go check it out for sure.
It looks so cool.
It is. I got to kind of walk through, but like you get to like sardine through people.
Yeah.
Okay. So what else do we have for events?
That was it for events, but we have some celebrity. First of all, celebrity Tom Brady announces retirement yet again.
For real.
But for real this time. And he gave like such an emotional video.
I can't.
This time he's like, sorry guys, back at it again.
Yeah, because guess what? Now he ruined his life. He ruined his life and gave up his family for one extra season.
Yeah.
Like you said it best, you're like dummy.
I love him though. There's this new movie that's coming out. It's called 80 for Brady. It looks so good. Lily Tomlin's in it. There's so many great actresses in it. It's so cute.
Chris, what do you think? Have you seen the previews of this movie?
I can't wait to see it.
Seriously?
Yeah, I'm here for it.
I don't know why. It sends me straight over the edge. I can't even watch the trailers.
Oh my God, it makes me laugh so hard.
You're like Tegan. Tegan's like, that movie's iconic. I want to go see it.
I can't wait. I'm gonna take Brayden.
Yeah, I mean, it looks fun, and it'd be better if he was actually in the Super Bowl.
I know.
He should have made it just for those ladies in that movie, because you know what? I mean, it's like it's Diane. Is it Diane Keaton?
I think so. Lily Tomlin
and Jane Fonda.
Yeah,
and the lady from West Side Story. The Latina famous Broadway incredible actress. Oh my God. And then they did this song. They did like a video, and it was like Belinda Carlisle and all these people. And I'm like, I don't know. Chris is just, I'm watching it. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know.
I was such a Tom Brady fan for so long. So I'm like, that's going to be
That's
me.
why you like
that's
it.
me.
That's you. Okay. Listen, I'm all for like, girl power. Did you see the Oscars came out? And one of the movies is like women talking. I'm like, no.
What? What is the movie?
It's with, and it's also, this is why I shouldn't bring this stuff up off script, because it's with the lady, Fran, the Oscar winner, who's like, she's in all the weird movies. She had like that Nomad movie. You know what I'm talking about?
Dorman?
Yes, Frances McDormand.
Yes.
Which she's an incredible actress, but I don't usually want to watch anything that she's in.
Because it's all weird.
Really depressing and
dark.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh, it's weird.
Yeah.
I'm like, Top Gun 2. Woo, woo.
Maverick.
For the win.
Oh
for the
my
Oscars.
God, that's funny.
Come on. I'm totally rooting for Top Gun 2. And I love that movie, Everything.
It's possible or something.
Everything All at Once.
Okay.
That it was that movie with Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah. I didn't get a chance to watch it yet.
Mind blowing.
I'm just still binging.
It is kind of
Yellowstone.
messagey. It's messagey. Oh, really?
Oh, God.
So, God, I haven't started the new season still. I've been into Succession, so I haven't started the new season, but I need to.
So good.
Other interesting celebrity news. Dr. Phil, I was talking about him.
21 years.
He's ending after 21 years.
Yeah.
You know, I wish everybody would do that.
I know.
You know, we were kind of talking about like politics and
Yeah,
some people.
yeah.
I'm like, maybe just
It's time's up.
cash it in.
Yeah.
21 years.
Yeah.
You had a good run. You know? Why is everybody still like, I'm here, going
Right?
for it? I'm like,
I don't understand it. I don't get it.
like, just enjoy your golden years.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Dr. Phil's doing it.
Hey, yeah.
He's
Take
like, bye.
a page from Dr. Phil's book.
And
he's
so-
still, yeah.
He's still going to be working. He said he's still going to be doing some things.
Oh, is he? I'm sure.
And there'll
He's
still
gonna
be new episodes
You know what he's going to
this
be doing? He's going to be
season.
hawking those bingo games that he's
bet
doing.
you.
He probably
I bet
He
you.
probably's realized he makes way more
Banking.
money.
Yeah.
Just like advertising whatever those weird bingo games he's doing.
Or
Those
like,
apps.
you know, I was selling his wife's, you know.
His wife's skincare.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, whatever. I don't need this nonsense. Also, season 6 will be the last for Cobra Kai.
I just started watching this with Braden.
It's supposed to be really good.
It's really good. It's a little racy. I mean, I don't know how you feel about letting your kids, you know, watch
My
something
kids
like Curse
watched
Wars.
White Lotus 2 without me, and I watched it afterwards. It was like, dear God, I want a time machine. I want to like Men in Black you
I
and like
know.
zip.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I know.
you watch this?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, they're pretty much adults. They're 18.
Yeah, your kids are older. But I watched Cobra Kai with Braden.
Michael's like, Kristen. I'm like, they're 18. Don't watch that. It's suggestive. Sorry, go ahead.
I don't know. I was just watching. And I told him, I'm like, you know, Rob Macchio is from Long Island. And he's like,
Miller Place.
what, Mom? Are you
Miller
serious?
Place. Alyssa's like, whoop, whoop.
Yeah. Hometown pride. And he was like, so then he got like all confused and he thought the whole cast was from Long Island. I'm like, no, just Rob Macchio, the Karate Kid, you know. And he's like, that's so cool. Do you know him? I'm like, not yet, buddy.
Alyssa does.
Right? He's Alyssa's
I
neighbor.
feel like somebody's, that's a Long Island thing though.
Yeah.
Everybody knows somebody. When you talk to, like we're talking to Elisa, she's like, oh, Teresa Caputo, she's my really good friend. I knew her before she was even famous.
Oh my gosh.
And then like, you know, Alyssa knew the Butafocos.
But a few goes, yeah.
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 And everybody like knows. I'm
Almost
sure.
like the 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon.
Yeah.
You have, you know,
I want it. Like, somebody knows Kevin Bacon?
right?
We just took a detour.
You never heard that?
No, but have you seen those TikToks? Have you seen the TikToks? We probably haven't because I'm sure these are not in your For You page.
For You page.
But it's the girl, and it's like me, and in 20, or 1999 or 2002 or whatever, and it's like, and it's the teen idol, and it like Jason Bateman, right?
Yes,
like
yes.
me, and it shows Jason Bateman when he was her age.
Yes.
And she's like, and then she passes out, and then it's like me now, and it's Jason Bateman, and she's like passes out
Still, because he's still
looks
so
good.
gorgeous.
You're
I
like,
know.
yeah, I
love
totally.
that
Yeah,
Jason
me
Bateman.
too.
I don't know if this is true, like to this Oscars, but did you see that my sister sent this the other day? That TikTok of Melissa McCartney won. I think it was the Oscars. It was like Women Power, and it was like Melissa McCartney. All the people who were up for nominations got up on the stage with her. Did you like before they knew the winner?
Oh.
So they all got up on the stage and they made it like a funny joke, and then they all won. And then when she won, they all hugged her. It was the cutest thing. I'll have to send it to you. It was like women power, like
That's
support
nice.
each other. It was so cute.
That's nice. I love that. There's a meme going around of Jamie Lee Curtis too, like cheering so loudly when her
Yes, I
co-star
saw
won
that,
for
yeah.
Everything All at Once, and I'm like, they were like, support your coworkers like Jamie
Yes,
Lee Curtis.
yes.
Support your other people, and I'm like, right. That's how it should be. She's
yeah,
like, my
so
girl
true.
won.
Yeah.
And she was up for it too.
Yeah.
She was in the same category.
Yeah, that's wild.
But she was so excited.
Yeah.
I love that. I mean, why not? You made me think of something, and then I totally just thought of it, and then I went,
I'm sorry.
bloop. No, it's okay. We were talking about Oscars. Oh,
Jason Bateman.
I was watching The Bachelor, Sharon.
I know. I don't know why you still watch it. I can't.
The Bachelor is so painful. So get this. So, my Mandrell sister girl,
Yeah.
which I love.
Which I went back and listened to, and I do know them.
Really? you did? That's
Yes.
so sweet. I mean, it's so funny because, the mandrills, they were a big deal.
Yeah.
And so she's so cute. And she had a great day with the bachelor. And she actually has a little girl, and she had to tell him. Funny thing is, a bachelor, I'm not a fan of him. You could so tell he did not want to give her the rose when he found out she had a 3-year-old daughter.
Oh.
But he had to, because all of America would hate him if he decided. Right. No. And all the women would hate him, and all America would hate him. So he had to. And you're like, okay, it's cringe. It's cringe.
Yeah.
Then one of the other girls who got the first rose on like national television and showed up the first night looking incredible. She had the rose, and she wore like a red rose dress, the whole dress
girl.
had roses. She slayed.
Yeah.
And but as soon as he heard, because his first date with this mandrill girl, he took her to meet his family, and she didn't tell any of them that.
Yeah.
And then he hit the final rose. He was like, "Oh, and you went on your date, and you met my family. That was so intense." And the girls were like, "She met his family already?"
Yeah. What the heck?
And so the girl, immediately the jealousy comes out, right? And she's like, I can't believe he met his family. And then suddenly she hates this girl. And then she goes, she starts talking to the producers, and she's like, I just felt really uncomfortable the first night because of her.
Oh my God.
And it goes back to the clip. And this is the part that makes my head explode.
Yeah.
The girl, mandrill girl, comes up to her and she's like, congratulations on your first rose that you got. And she's like, and it's still alive. Good for you. And then she's like, and your dress is made of roses. She's like, you're so beautiful. Oh my God, I hate you. JK. And the girl's like, she said, I hate you.
Oh my God.
And I just felt like, I don't know if this is a safe place for me to find love. And I'm like,
oh my.
This is why I drink wine, Sharon.
Yeah.
I'm like, Thomas, give me more wine.
Pour it, please.
Like, she's like, I hate you.
Like-
Because she goes, you're so beautiful. I
Yeah.
hate you.
Oh my God.
I'm like, I just don't know if this is a safe place for me to find love. I'm like, where are the seniors?
Give me the senior
would
bachelors.
not do that
Oh my
nonsense. You know what? I'm here. I'm totally with you guys now. I'm here for bachelor seniors because the seniors are not going to be stupid like that.
No, they're gonna hit each other
And
up
so
with
sure enough, she goes to the bachelor. I just need to tell you
you really made
about
me feel
this girl, and she just really was hurtful to me.
Oh God, I can't.
She said, I hate you.
Stop it.
She did say JK after. I'm like,
Stop.
why do I watch this?
Right.
I'm getting dumber. Like, I can feel myself
Your
getting
brain
dumber.
cells just frying.
I'm going to keep watching, though, because now I'm like,
'Cause it's trash.
next week there's like,
You're like, where
everyone's
is it?
crying. You know,
I
and I'm
started,
like, what happens?
I started watching Love is Blind,
Oh,
like the first 15
that
minutes of
show's
it.
crazy.
It's crazy. Not Love is Blind. What is it? Island of Love? Something
Oh,
like
Temptation Island?
I don't know. Something on
don't even
Netflix.
know?
Whatever it is. I don't know. It was like trash. I'm like, let me just turn it on for a second.
yeah.
And it's like too crazy. I'm like, no. I'll
Sharon,
stick
last
to
week when you were
Yellowstone.
like, Dan was like, if we would have had our kids. Did you listen to that back when you were like, when we were 20? And then we were 40. And then we went back in time on a time machine and we were 30. We would be a third of our age. And I was like, what?
And you're like, where are you going
I
with
was
this?
like,
I couldn't explain it. He explained it so well.
I listened back to it. And I'm like, I still don't know what you were saying.
I
I'm like,
still don't know
she's
why I
like,
listened
and then if
and
you
cut it
carry
out.
the one, I'm like, what? What is
No,
it? What
it's
does
true.
that mean?
You have to think about the math of it.
Double rainbow. What does it mean? I don't know.
Rainbow Bridge.
Rainbow Bridge. Yeah, I don't know. I was
Oh,
like, you're
God.
crazy. All right, where are we at on Melissa? We're super.
Yeah, I think we're
So let's just like wrap it up. You
So
guys
pull
are
yourself
off the rails.
together.
All right,
we
so
needed this. We needed just you and I.
We needed just you and I because I had a lot of near-death experiences and secretive name in my couch. I have a lot of stuff to tell you that you
Yeah,
had no idea.
I know.
This is, and I didn't hear pretty much anything about you except the math of your marriage and when you had children, like which I was still. It's been a week trying to figure out, and
I know.
I still don't
What
know
is
what
she
you were
trying to say?
I know. I want to understand.
I have to tell Dan to call you.
Yeah, how do you call
Have
me?
him explain
But
it.
we need a double date do
Oh
over.
my
We never
God,
got our
we
double
do,
date, so
we
we need to
do.
do that. But so make sure you follow us on Instagram because we have a lot of Valentine's Day. Everybody needs to know what to do.
Yeah.
Whether you're staying in, ordering in, going out, going to the vineyards, going to a museum, you want to do proposals. Oh my God. And guess what? We're doing a poll. Michael's doing something on Instagram where we're going to talk about the worst dates.
The best and worst dates.
Or best? I was just going worst.
Oh yeah, we're going straight worst, but
I
no,
want to know
like,
your craziest and worst dates,
Yeah.
not just Valentine's, but the dates that you've been on. And so tune in next week because we're going to be sharing. We already have a bunch, and we're going to share our personal
I can't
ones.
wait. I love it.
And mine's a doozy. So we'll talk about it next week. So make sure you tune in.
Tune in.
Thank you for listening to Long Island Tea Podcast, produced by Discover Long Island, the region's official tourism promotion agency.
Links and information on today's episode can be found in the episode notes below.
Listen and subscribe to Long Island Tea on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Or you can watch us on YouTube at Discover Long Island NY.
Thank you to Long Island Wine Country for sponsoring our Wine of the Week. Visit their website at liwines.com.
For exclusive access to contests, giveaways, and events, be sure to follow us at Long Island Tea Podcast on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
To collab with us, ask questions, or just say hi, email us at spillthetea@discoverlongisland.com.
Visit longislandteapodcast.com for more.